Buongiorno from our home in Sicily. We have an update concerning Cyclone Harry that swept through Sicily, the eastern coast of Sicily, in late January, and in Niscemi, in the province of Caltanissetta, that huge landslide continues to widen. More people are being evacuated as fear and uncertainty grips the people of that town.
Not only that, but the last couple of days, 2 days ago, starting with the wind that hasn't stopped. Esther, how many miles an hour was this wind coming at?
50 to 80 kilometers an hour, taking off rooftops and causing some severe destruction and damage all over Sicily.
So that's what you call a double whammy, isn't it? A double whammy has hit Sicily, right?
It feels like Sicily can't get a break. Remember that the Cyclone Harry that tore through the East Coast damaged a lot of the coastline, and the rebuilding and the cleaning up continues. Every few days there's an organized group that goes and cleans the area. Also, workers have been added. The region of Sicily has been sending a lot of people, but there's a close watch right now on Niscemi. As I said, the landslide is continuing and people are being evacuated. Now, we have a nonprofit and we started a fundraiser where we have been sending to certain communities in need, and Niscemi was one of the last ones, so we were happy to do that.
You know, unfortunately, Esther, it's not just Sicily where the bad weather. This is a real bad weather cycle. It's going to stop. It's not going to go on forever. I mean, towards the end of February is when springtime comes and to be a new climate type of a cycle. But right now, this is a nasty period that's been hitting us. But not only
And
Sicily. Sardinia is getting destroyed. Calabria, Malta, the whole southern area. And let me say one thing. It's not all, flowers and honey up in the Italian peninsula as well. It's just been a never-ending cycle, it seems, of, winter weather. And this winter it's been not snow here, although we've had snow up in Etna.
A lot of snow.
You couldn't believe how much snow is up there, but it's been cold, damp.
It's very unusual. It's an unusual February. In past Februarys by now, which is mid-February, it's starting to get a little bit more spring-like, but spring has been struggling to get going here in Sicily.
It's not springing?
It's not springing quite yet. Now, I want to say one more thing, that there's been some developments that the region is able to give some of the families a little bit of relief. I believe it was like 500 euro to €1,000 family that was displaced. Currently, there are about 1,560 displaced people. Thankfully, most of them have a place, whether they're staying with friends or family. Now, we went to Zona Rossa, the red zone, last week's video, and we took you right there to where everything is happening. And officials continue to monitor it very, very, very closely. Now, on a really sad note, there was a cross at the edge of that we filmed when we were there in Zona Rossa in the red zone, and unfortunately that cross has fallen, and a lot of people believe that was the last bit of resistance. To say the least, the people of Niscemi are trying to stay strong, but it's a tough situation over there.
You know, we were able to scrape together €3,000, the Sicilian project. We sent over €3,000 last week. This coming week, though, we have to turn our eyeballs away from Niscemi just a little bit and look into the province of Messina, which is getting extraordinarily hit hard. Up in Brolo, that whole neck of the woods up there, they got whacked pretty good with the high winds. And this morning, I even was looking at some video from Palermo. The port of Palermo got hit. So that whole top section of Sicily right now, and thankfully it wasn't water. All right, it was wind, but with fallen trees, snapped lines. You know how it goes when you have a hurricane type thing.
On top of the cyclone.
On top of the cyclone.
But
right?
Here's the thing that I am noticing, that people are working. As I mentioned, the region is sending people out, and volunteers are coming out together, religious groups and also other types of groups, to go to the heart of where the impact has happened, and they are cleaning up. I ran into the mayor of Aceriale and he's been on the forefront of organizing some cleanups in places like Stasso and Santa Tecla, which are frazioni. They're, small communities outside of Aceriale. And he told me that there'll be more next week. They're organizing one in Santa Tecla, which is a small boating, fishing community down there. So it is a very concentrated effort, and I believe some of the restaurants in Arcitrezza are getting ready to open for sure at the end of February.
She's talking about Arcitrezza. I have to tell you about what I consider to be the best mayor in all of Sicily, this guy named Carmelo Scandura. Let me tell you what the mayor did this week, and his council, his city council. Again, I'm going to tip my cap. We're talking about things in Sicily, they go, as fast as molasses, right? They ran through a 12-0 vote to basically eliminate all the red tape. If you want to open up a business in Arcitrezza as a result of, you want to get into business, they're going to let you get into business ASAP where the restaurants are, people who, got flooded out and decided, hey, that's it for me, blah, blah, blah. And I have to say that I wish Sicily had more mayors like Carmelo Scandura, the job that he has done in
Why does it take something like this?
It's unbelievable. Yeah.
Why does it take a disaster for something like this to happen?
I've
always said that,
Cream rises to the top. Cream rises to the top. But he's not, he's not the only one. There are a lot of them. In Giardini Noxus, they are literally recreating the beach area over there. They have steam shovels there and every other thing. The roads too, and even it's full ahead on the train
They're
section.
Moving fast.
They're moving. What are you doing?
Hey,
there,
I want to say a quick thank you and shout out to our friend and journalist and professor Rosario Faraci, who had this half-page write-up about our nonprofit. He talked a little bit about how Alfred got here and how I got here. So that's in La Sicilia, which is one of the biggest publications here in Sicily. Of course, every region of Italy has their publication, but here it is in Friday's La Sicilia, so the 13th of February. It is online, so check out the online publication. We thank you very much, and I think this really goes to show that people are paying attention and noticing what we're doing. And I just love the headline, which is the most important bridge, the bridge from Sicily to the United States. And he's referring to all of you, all of your supporters, all of our supporters that have Sicilian backgrounds or perhaps do not, but are helping Sicilians. So you know what? I tip my hat off to you who have helped us and supported us through all of this.
We've got €5,000, an additional €5,000 targeted this coming week, okay? And another €5,000 targeted the week after that, okay? You think it's easy giving away money to Sicilian people? The answer is it's not. It's a very difficult thing. People don't want to take handouts.
They're proud.
Right. They're very proud, and so we've had an extraordinarily, we're very careful on the vetting process of actually sending money. It's been a very good, interesting, and learning experience for myself, our president, Giovanni Lanza, who's kind of controlling things in the state of Texas, our entire board of directors. But let me just promise you one thing. As long as the donations keep on coming in, we will continue to send money to places in need, and every single day there are more and more places that are contacting us that need, they're cropping up like, I don't know what, guacamoles. You hit one down and another one comes up, but that's okay because the Americans, the Australians,
and 12 other
the Canadians,
countries,
the European Union, people have been sending to our donation site. They've been sending us these beautiful letters. People, like, you could literally see on the text of their letters them weeping in sadness for what's happening to Sicily. So you need to, if you haven't contributed, honestly,
I'll leave the link to the pledge site over here. But I have to say,
Let's
as
go.
someone who have personally been able to go visit some of the families, some of the people that have impacted after they've received our donation. It is so moving, so heartwarming. They are genuinely so thankful and so really surprised that so many of you want to help, that we want to help. They really, some of them said to me, you guys, Americans, are helping and we can't even get the region or our government to help. So believe me, your support is making a huge difference for the people of Sicily. I've heard it not just from families, and I've personally met with two of them, but also the churches that we've been sending. The priests have been so thankful, and they send us pictures and documents of how the money was being used. So it is being vetted, and we are following, I don't want to say follow the money, but the priests and the people are saying, hey, this is what I did with the money. So it's a very touching, it's a very moving. Unfortunately, it's a very difficult situation. But I have to say, it's one of the most rewarding things that I've done.
There's no middlemen with us. It goes from you right through our bank account, and from our bank account to the recipient, whoever needs it right now. I'm telling you right now, if you left Sicily, and I'm appealing to you, okay, and you're saying, oh, I want to go to Sicily someday, I want to live Sicily someday, and you're of Sicilian extraction, or Italian extraction,
or just love
Italian,
Sicily,
or you love the culture, okay? Will you do me a favor? Get the credit card, make a $10 donation. You're a retiree, $10 isn't going to break you. If you have some bucks, hey, ching ching, and throw it in. It's going to help people. These are your people, your DNA, my DNA, even Esther's DNA.
It's somewhere in my DNA, I'm convinced. Now listen, a lot of you guys have asked about travel and tourism. Rest assured that people are working very quickly to clean up the affected area. And remember, some of the destruction was very centralized, a lot of it along the east coast of Sicily, and not every area. You could go 10 meters down the road and there's massive destruction, and homes and businesses ruined, and then you go a street up and nothing happened. But you can rest assured that if the people here in Sicily, if it affects one, it affects everyone. And I heard that loud and clear when I went to Niscemi. Even if they're not in the red zone, even if the families are not the ones that have been displaced, they are with those that have been affected, and they're helping each other. It is so beautiful to see, really, the epitome of love and the epitome of giving to others, of volunteers, of people that were not impacted by the storm, but are here to help and ready to help their fellow citizens.
Today we had our regularly scheduled Sicilian project teaching class. Right now we're in Architrezza, and it's kind of funny today. This is Carnival season. Archicatena, excuse me. And it's kind of funny too, we have today's Carnival started in Architrezza, and you should have seen these kids come in our classes today.
In costumes.
Harry Potter. There was a kid there, he looked just like Harry Potter, honestly, with the wand. There was so many, it was just a
there was
joy.
A clown, there was a princess, there was even a cheerleader with USA on it, so it was a beautiful thing to see.
It just kind of blew me away just to see that it's just the resilience of people, here it is, it's bad because of the weather, it's, windy and all that. Guess what? They're just going on through life, Esther.
But I do have to say, I feel really, really bad for the city of Acciariale that has had to cancel and postpone and reschedule some of the events to Carnival. But the good news is that they've extended for the first time ever Carnival past Fat Tuesday. So Martedì Grosso, which will be Fat Tuesday, and of course the next day is Ash Wednesday, start of Lent. Usually Carnival is finished, but they decided to expand it for another weekend because of all the weather disturbances. So good for them. And I said I was going to go this week, but this next week I'm definitely going to go because I'd love to see the floats
Well, today,
that what they are known for. And by the way, the Carnival in Acireale is the largest in Sicily, but the oldest one is actually in Sciacca.
yes.
And it's really cool to see all the other little towns have their Carnivale. So I'm determined to bring that to you this week.
Today after the class was over, we had a cup of coffee, like we always go with Tom and Karen, Galati, our dear friends who are also teaching right now. And Pepistrano walked in. Pepistrano is a legend in Sicily as an athlete. His son Antonio is wonderful. And he has a shop, he's opening up a new shop in Taormina, right off the Corso. I asked him, how is Taormina? The main Corso Umberto. He says, Alfred, it's fine. There was some damage down below. But Taormina is already operational.
Little damage over in the public garden.
The public garden's got
wind
damage.
But they're on it.
Yeah.
They're on it.
Taormina is going to be up and at 'em. Catania just hosted almost 1 million people for the Feast of Sant'Agata last week. Catania Central, the central area, the major touristic area, is operational. There's nothing wrong with that. And checking around the places that we go to on our regularly scheduled tours, everything is okay. So it's been localized, the damage, especially the small little fishing villages got hit.
Those fishermen got hit hard. Yeah.
One quick story. The Lungomare in Catania 2 weeks ago got slammed pretty good and they closed it, okay? That's the major connecting thoroughfare that connects our side of the province to Catania, the Lungomare it's called, right? Well, a sinkhole opened up 3 days ago, and once again they had to close it. So now all the rumors started to go, oh my God, look like it's going to be like Niscemi, everything is going to fall into the ocean, I mean the sea rather. It was crazy how these rumors go. Come to find out, the sinkhole, which is now repaired by the way, it was an old well underneath the road that had collapsed. So the engineers went down there right away and they topped it all off with cement, and I think by tomorrow or even today, once the cement hardens, the Lungomare should be opened up again. But it's just, you hear things.
I want to say a word of caution because there are a lot of AI images going around, AI pictures. There's a lot of misleading photos, misleading videos, and people being a little bit more, over the top. That's a good word.
Yeah.
So I would say, take it with a word of caution when you see some of these. Maybe look at other areas that are reporting on this. But certainly, Sicily is still here. We're still alive. Things are going to continue. And when you look through history, Sicily has been impacted by earthquakes, by Mount Etna, by many, many things, and it continues to thrive. It is very resilient, and it too will rise again. I promise you that. And I've been here 12 years, and I know the soul and spirit of Sicilians, and I can see it every single day as I do go down and inspect, because I want to see with my own eyeballs what's going on.
Esther, today is Valentine's Day, so I have a very important question to ask you. Will you be my Valentine? We've been together a long time. In the article that Vasario Faraci wrote, he says, Alfred Zappala and his inseparable companion. So tonight we're going to Arci Castello, right by the ancient Norman castle, to our favorite restaurant. What's it called? Capitano. And I'm going to get some nice calamari. I'm going to get some nice pistachio pasta, which is just
not lamb.
I'm not going to get lamb tonight. I decided I'm not going to get lamb.
And we're going to be. Wait a sec. I bet you know what I'm going to get, because I've been looking forward to my zuppa di cozzi. My mussels and red sauce.
Buonasera, buon Valentino. This is what we're having: homemade pizza with mozzarella, anchovies, oregano.
This is the best pizza in all of Sicily. I hate to say it, but whatever I don't eat, I'm going to fold up and put in my pocket and eat it tomorrow. So, and 2 days ago, before the windstorm, she brought me home 5 oranges, is almost as big as softballs. They call blood oranges. You know, the ones that you cut that are red on the inside. And I ate that. It was a beautiful sunny day. She gave me a nice one. She has some nice artichokes. So things are not, oh my God, blah, blah, blah. It's not like that here.
Well, it is for some people who
Yeah.
have been impacted, who, their homes or their
Right.
businesses or,
But we're going to help them. And you're going to help us help them.
Listen, I want to talk to you about our group tours because we do have those listed on our website, www.youmeandsicily.com. And the first big one is coming up in May, and we do have some spots open. If you go to our website, the dates are there, but that is a Grand Slam tour. If you decide to do both part A and B, you'll see a very, very good, you get a very good idea of the east coast of Sicily because we literally go up and down a little bit inland as well. So that is in May. In June, we go out west to Castellammare del Golfo and cover the province of Palermo, province of Trapani, and we even go down to the province of Agrigento. So those are the first two tours that are happening this year. And of course, we also have our private tours, and those can be customized or family tours.
Hey, the other thing I wanted to say along with these tours is that we have a book that we put out a couple of months ago, right?
Couple months ago.
Tips on Sicily. Available
Tips on visiting Sicily.
Yeah, it's on Amazon under her name or my name or You, Me, and Sicily's name, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just for you first-time takers. It doesn't necessarily either have to be Sicily you're coming to, but if you're coming to Sicily or Italy in general, it's a great little book. It's not that expensive. And don't forget also my book, my 75-year-old
It's a good
Sicilian
book.
life, which has been flying. Again, a little light reading, so to speak. This is a lot of fun.
Listen, I accept being your Valentino.
Oh, thank
And
you.
on that note,
Ooh.
give me a kiss. Love you.
You're a good kid.
And love you guys. Thank
Brava.
you so
Questa
much.
signora è brava.
Thank you so much for being here.
Se benedica.
Benedica.